founder and president of Be Entrepreneurs.
Paola, I'm also board member of Be Entrepreneurs.
So, first of all, please make some noise on social network. Please use the official hashtag of the program, SFSE 2023, and tag Startup Africa RoadTrip on your social media channels and profiles.
We have an issue with the pointer,
Always.
which have not been solved.
Always.
Despite all the efforts. Yes.
Okay, so.
Yes, by the way, Andrea, they are suggesting that we hold the mic for the video.
Okay.
So here's the agenda for today. We are running a bit late, but we will try to catch up. A very short welcome by Be Entrepreneurs. Then we will pass it on to Mattia Voltaggio, who will explain us about the initiative promoted by Eni Joule. Then we will explain you the rules of the game, meaning how you will vote for the startups. Then we go to the core of the day, which is the pitching. Our founders are ready, a bit nervous, but I'm sure that they will get over it and do a great presentation. Then we have a special guest who will tell us about his experience and hopefully give some tips to the startups. And at the end, there will be the awards ceremony and some closing remarks. Then you are all welcome to stay for lunch and network.
Okay, I would like just to very briefly explain you why we are here and how did this journey start in 2017. In 2018, in August, Lorenzo and me, the co-founder of Startup Africa RoadTrip and then Be Entrepreneurs, decided to spend our holiday here in Kenya to connect with the local innovation ecosystem instead of going to Ibiza, for example. And basically, what we did, we knew that there was a very energetic ecosystem, a lot of innovators, and in particular, we met several persons like, for example, Mario. Mario was a venture capitalist, and he worked in the first Italian venture capital fund between 90s and 200. And basically, he had the opportunity to invest in some of the first and most successful startups in Italy in the digital space, such as Yux, Venere.com, Tiscali, and many others. Then he retired and he decided to spend half of the year of his latest years of life here in Kenya in order to work and support the young innovators. And so we met Mario and he introduced us to the local ecosystem. And it's really funny because maybe you can see this room. We held a workshop together here at For Impact, and I just had a look of the presentation that Mario did in 2018, and it was about how to create and grow a collaborative ecosystem, a collaborative innovation ecosystem. And it's really funny because I have this picture very clear in my mind. At the end of his workshop, there was a picture of an orchestra, and the title was "The Future We Want." So I think that today we are here because we are part of the seeds that Mario has planted in his life, alongside with other thousands of seeds of young innovators in Kenya. And I would like to say that maybe today this is some of these seeds that are sprouting and creating some fruit. Mario passed away just a few months ago, and so I would like to thank Mario because he decided to volunteer and support the local ecosystem, and he inspired what we decided to build with the Startup Africa Road Trip.
So after the trip in Kenya in 2017, a lot has been done. So Startup Africa Road Trip started as an informal initiative, as Andrea was saying, while it's now a structured association called Be Entrepreneurs, which purpose is to promote and develop new forms of innovative entrepreneurship. As Andrea was saying, we have this flagship program, which is called Startup Africa Road Trip, which went from Kenya to Uganda. We are back in Kenya today for these special initiatives, and we are planning to go to Rwanda in August. So this is the path that we have done since 2017, and we are very proud of it. We have over 50 volunteers. Somebody before was asking me, are you volunteers? Yes, we are volunteers. We all have different jobs, many professionals in the innovation domains, but also people working in the corporate sector or in a university. We dedicate our spare time and not only to this initiative. We have reached 4 African countries, as we were saying before, and accelerated 90 startups with over 400 entrepreneurs trained, of which 50% women. So there are many female founders that we find across our way, and we are very happy about it. The pointer is always, these are the volunteers, as I was saying before. So.
Yeah, so as Paola was explaining, the mission and I would say the dream of Be Entrepreneurs is to create bridges with innovation between African ecosystem and the Italian and European one. And today we are realizing this, and this was possible thanks to a visionary partner as Enijaul. And so I would like to welcome Mattia and thank them for their support.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Because we are running out of time, I want to spend more than a few minutes to address you about how ENI is doing in the country. I'm here not only as a representative of Enijaul, that is our school for sustainable entrepreneurship, but also on behalf of the innovation unit that are working on innovation here in Kenya, and the agribusiness, our agribusiness unit that is working on the to avoid this mistake. So we launched this school with a specific purpose to give also and help on the social and environmental impact. In that stage, we don't ask anything to the startups in terms of equity or others, because there are specialists in doing that. We want to provide startups the possibility to grow and to show ago, Enrico Mattei, this famous Italian entrepreneur, launched the Italian energy company with the purpose to create in the country, in the hosting countries, the same opportunities as for the producer, as for the hosting country. So let me say just conclude about this final day. I don't want to hear anymore that is a final day or the end of something. That is not the end of something. This is the starting of a path. We want to put our roots here in this wonderful country that is one of the African hero in terms of innovation, in particular on circular and clean technology. We are keen on this sector. So this will be the final demo day, but the starting point of, I hope, a successful project, initiatives, also in the following years. So a big round of applause for all the startups present here. Thank you.
Would you like to listen to some pitches? Okay, so here are the rules of the game. Every team will have 5 minutes to present in the best way as possible their project. And we have several jurors from ENI team and also from the local innovation ecosystem. So I would like to thank you for being here again. And as you know, as we have anticipated, there will be 4 criteria, and we ask you to scan this QR code and to go directly to the form, the evaluation form. So the 4 main criteria will be the team, the potential impact of the solution, how the founder has executed the pitch, and the potential synergies with the local agribusiness chain. So after each pitch, you need to go to this link and to select in the menu the name of the startup, and then evaluate and do it again also for the following pitches. Let us know to our team if
Wi-Fi code? Internet, Wi-Fi?
yes.
It's there.
This is the Wi-Fi network if you need to connect. We hope it will stay alive. Okay. I can assure you that
We tried.
it was working until 2 minutes before the start. Okay, so we can start.
Yes, we welcome on stage Kelvin from Global Agricultural Solutions.
A big applause to.
So I press
This one.
Okay, let me see. Okay. Thank you.
You put it in your pocket?
Oh, my pocket. Okay. So good morning. How are you? So I'm the first, so I'll try to, raise the tempo. So my name is, just a moment. So my name is Kelvin Dungu. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Global Agricultural Solutions, a company based here in Kenya. So I want to start by taking you all, to the farm environment. Assume you have been told to milk 5 cows, and you are using your hands. What is the experience? This they can do through hiring. They can also hire out if they have, the machinery to other farmers through our platform, and they can also buy. And this is the way we actually make our revenues. So this is a digital platform which is very easy to use and very accessible, to many farmers. So the market, we mostly target, farmers who are very interesting demographic, which mostly, came up over the COVID-19 lockdown, where most professionals, started thinking about farming. And this, the professionals have the disposable income to, invest in agri-machinery. These are people who have gone to school. They probably worked in a farm when they were young, and they, they have that drive to change, the manner in which they do farming. Sorry. So our competitors, there are those who are online, like Hello Tractor, who only focus, whose only focus is on, tractors. We focus on a wide variety of machinery, tractors included. For example, we have farmers who are pressing coconut oil down in the coast, Malindi, Kilifi. We have those who are offline, and there are those farmers whose only focus is, or who still use the traditional agri-machinery. So that is our unique value proposition, like I said, is that we have a wide variety of agri-machinery. Next. So our impact is in line with the SDG goals, and these are, testimonies from farmers that we have worked. This is just a sample of the farmers that we have worked with. So my team, why us, you may ask? We have, cumulative 50-year experience in startups and innovation. My team has been involved in many other projects that makes us qualified, for this task. We also have a board of advisors, international experts drawn from Italy and Germany, who advise us day to day on the, on the strategic, movement of our organization. Next. So, looking at the future, looking at the present, going to the future. Of course, we have cumulative revenues of 500,000 USD. We have supplied 30 different types of machinery, and we have received orders from many countries in East Africa. So in the future, we are looking to open 2 hubs, one in Nyeri, one in Eldoret. We also looking to grow our development team, our software development team, so that our software, our platform is in line with what we are anticipating to do in the future. So for this, our ask, sorry, is it working? Our ask is 350,000 USD so that we are able to implement all those plans. Why now? This is a question that I need to answer. So if you look at what is happening in Kenya right now, many of our farmers are able to access mobile phones. They are able to do many of their transactions with their phones. And we feel that this is the time for us to be able to implement this and assist many of our farmers to look at agriculture as an opportunity to earn income. So I want to thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you.
Okay, Rebecca, then you can go with that.
Thank you. Good morning to you all. So I'm here on behalf of Drone Crops Limited as the director and founder, and my name is Rebecca Nyambura. Just to give you a brief overview, we have been in operation for about 1 year, and we are located at Shandaria Business and Innovation Center. And we are a team of 4 exceptional people. And we have only one goal, that is to revolutionize agriculture, right? So let me tell you why we're here. We're here because of only one reason, that is inefficiency. Inefficiency in agriculture, think inefficiency in spraying, inefficiency in data collection, and general crop health analysis. So together with my team, I'm sorry it's a bit slow, but so as I said, the main issue we're looking at is inefficiency. So together with my team, we looked at how can we bridge the gap between this? How can we bring in technology to solve the problem? And the first thought was drones, our AI and robotics. And that's when we decided to go into drones. So we have a model where we leverage on drones. So we use customized off-the-shelf our agricultural drones and customize our softwares that complement the drones. So together, once we put them together, we are able to automate agricultural processes. So we have automation drones and we have data collection drones. All right, all right. So this is one of our demonstrations to one of our potential clients. This is an agricultural spraying drone, and has a 30 to 40 liter capacity. And we've done a lot of market validation in terms of going to clients, in terms of finding the right niche for us. And we've also done a bit of illustrations. So we have been to the Kenya School of Government for the exhibitions. And this is just a snippet of how the drone works. It's a video. If I have enough time, I'm gonna play it for you guys. So Drone Crops is about impact. We're about value creation. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. So we are looking at, one, how can we reduce the greenhouse gases? If you don't use our tractors, you're not using our diesel, and so that's a positive to the environment. Secondly, our main aim is to reduce the amount of chemicals and fertilizers, or rather the amount of water and chemicals that farmers use in their farms. Thirdly, we want to reduce the amount of time and cost that a farmer uses to accomplish his task. And through that, I think, or I believe that we're going to increase the overall farm productivity. So let's go to the numbers a little bit. The Kenyan market overview has a total of 15.2 million acres. That is for the mid and large scale farmers. But for us, we're only targeting 420 acres, which is 10% of the SAM, which is 4.2 acres. And for us, we have a timeline of just 5 years to accomplish this, which I think are based on what people have been able to accomplish, we will be able to do that. So, but we're not without competition. It's a new space. So we have Astral Aerial, we have Fahari Aviation, we have the Kenya Flying Labs. All these people are in drones. But what I believe differentiates us is the fact that we are specialized in agriculture. The three companies are all in drones, but in different sectors. We have agriculture, we have entertainment, we have security. So we have decided to specialize in agriculture because we have the expertise, we have the team, and we have the knowledge to do that. Yeah. We have a very simple business model. It's a B2B. So we are targeting companies, we are targeting people doing large scale and mid scale farming. Our pricing is per acre. And we're looking to reach farmers, or we're looking to build business through partnerships and referrals. These are some of the main companies we're looking to partner with in order to create business. Now, without these people, guys, without these people, I don't think Drone Crops will be able to move forward. And I would not ask for a better team. I'm the founder. We have Hugh Wilson, we have Ruth Karemi, and you have Michael as our advisor. So these are people who have been in the space for a long time. They have the expertise, they have the skills, and most importantly, they have the dedication to put this forward. So if you don't bank on the idea, bank on this team, right? So we have already mapped and sprayed over 200 acres as a proof of concept and as demonstrations to some of our potential clients. That was earlier last year. We've already done most of the business development in terms of permits, in terms of licensing. And right now, we are at a place where we have our initial users. So in the next few weeks, we'll be having a couple of flights to spray a couple of farms in the Mount Kenya region. This is our ask. My ask is not only financial, but my most important ask is that for any one of you that is here, if you're able to connect us to any of these companies or any of the other companies that are doing large-scale farming, that would be more than appreciated. But besides that, we're asking for a funding of 250,000 to go to machine acquisition and software. That is the drones that we need. We need to increase our fleet and of course, our pilots, and of course, the operational costs. So yeah, thank you. That is drone crops.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Selu Bioclark Distillers is a biorefinery startup company, and I, Chone Soyugi, I'm the founder and have registered 2 patents. Today, I'm going to give you a solution which will help you to solve the greenhouse gas emissions by 45%. Thus, solving the climate change and thus contributing to a resilient climate change and sustainable development. Did you know that the usage of fossil fuel in the transportation sector and the industrial production contributes to 35% of the greenhouse gas emissions? And that the usage of human foodstuff for the production of bioethanol fuel from some wild cellulosic non-food perennial tree plant feedstock is a breakthrough. Thus, we will provide sufficient bioethanol fuel sustainably, locally and globally, thus reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 65%. Our energy crop is readily available, and it is native to so many countries of the world. Thus, our idea is replicable abroad. We have done the patenting is on the process. Our bioethanol fuel contains 113 octane value, whereby the octane value protects the engine from knocking. We are going to provide sustainable fuel for the transportation sector and the industrial production, and then for home cooking systems, green home cooking systems. Our competitors are one is the agrochemicals industries, which is using human foodstuff, and Biogas International, which is using the water hyacinth in Ixum. All these raw materials are unsustainable, simply because, one, the foodstuff, there's competition between the human and the production of the bioethanol fuel. While the Biogas International, which is using the water hyacinth, there is the policy, the Kenyan policy, which is actually it's about to be implemented, whereby the water hyacinth at Ixum, Lake Victoria, that is going to be eliminated. So, which means they are going to not have enough materials for their bioethanol fuel production. Whereby our company has discovered just a wild tree. This tree has never been used for food nor for any other commercial purposes anywhere in the world. It it cannot be used for firewood and not even for construction. So this is just a wild thing that we have discovered, and we have made research on, and we have made the minimum fiber product already. Okay. Our idea is replicable abroad simply because this tree is native to so many other countries of the world, which means we will not be doing importation and not even exportation. We will replicate those other countries and implement the idea in those countries. So we will be providing sufficient, sustainable biofuel locally, internationally. You can see it is very much sustainable. Well, looking or requesting for $200,000 as a seed capital, which will enable us to implement to implement a pilot project, which will enable us produce 500 bioethanol fuel, 500 liters bioethanol fuel per day. Two, it will also help us to contract 1,000 farmers to cultivate this supposedly new cash crop, our energy crop, to the farming system. But however, eventually, we are intending to contract 600,000 farmers to cultivate 150 million seedlings. And these seedlings, they mature within 3 years. So we will be producing 1 billion liters of the bioethanol fuel by year. I, Jonas Soyuku, the founder, I did 17 multiplier experiments in 9 years until I eventually developed the technology concept for our bioethanol fuel production. Mr. Kilipa Tiema is the co-founder, Master of Chemistry, 3 years experience, and I have Elisha Samora, IT Manager, 5 years experience. We have Master Murias, Mechanical Engineer, our consultant, 7 years experience. Thank you. And if somebody wants to see what we have done, we have our product samples outside there, and even the process, you can see by yourselves, and you see, then you see what we do. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Alan Corredo, and I am the founder and CEO of FarmIT. So it is my honor to tell you how we are using technology to better the lives of smallholder vegetable farmers here in Kenya. For the last 10 years, as an agronomist, I have learned that smallholder farmers contribute greatly to our food security and economic independence. Did you know that 80% of the food we consume domestically has been produced by smallholder farmers? Great news, right? However, our smallholder farmers have been experiencing decline in productivity for the last 10 years. Next. Jen is one of my vegetable farmers that I've been interacting with frequently. She's not happy because she's experiencing the she says that the major cause of her decline in productivity is because of limited access to best agricultural practices. That is true. In 2019, a report by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics found out that 27% of our smallholder farmers in Kenya only have access to best agricultural practices and that knowledge. This has resulted in decrease in productivity of over 10 million smallholder farmers. They currently have reduced incomes, they have limited access to markets, and with these poor agricultural practices, they're actually harming our environment. We are recording huge soil degradation and water pollution here in Kenya. Technology is supposed to help these smallholder farmers improve on their services. However, the technologies that have been and two, they are very expensive. Good news. Farm IT is helping these smallholder farmers. We are offering precision advisory services to smallholder vegetable farmers here in Kenya. Next. Our crop mapping system uses satellite imagery, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to get critical insights of farmers' plant and soil health issues. So, we engaged Jane in this process. We went directly to our farm. We mapped the farm. Next. Then we decided to get critical insights that will help Jane improve on her productivity. So some of the critical insights included looking at specific areas where there is deficiency in nutrients, which is the most common problem among smallholder farmers, because they don't know. They just apply fertilizers and nutrients without proper knowledge. Two, we also mapped out potential areas where there were infestation of pests and diseases. Three, we also mapped out areas where the plants were a bit stressed because of low moisture index. So with these algorithms and this data, we're able to interpret it into a simple format that these smallholder farmers can understand. And we send it using our messaging platforms, which are simple to use and very pervasive. So we use WhatsApp and SMSs. Next. With this, we are able to help Jane reduce on her input cost, because now she won't be applying nutrients without the knowledge. She'll be using it in a precise manner. We're able to help Jane increase on her yields, and we also help to help Jane reduce on the climate risks by providing her with climate smart advisory services which are sustainable in this modern era. We are sure that you are great contributors to reducing food hunger, of reducing the poverty levels in our country, and enhancing climate resilience in Africa. Next. So currently we have 10 million smallholder farmers in Kenya. 60% of them are smallholder vegetable farmers. We are targeting 500,000 smallholder vegetable farmers engaging in 7 most commonly used crops in 5 peri-urban counties that border Nairobi. So we have Nyandarua, Kiambu, Murang'a, Machakos, and Kajiado. We know that there is competition in terms of providing precise advisory services, but we believe we have a competitive edge in terms of using satellite imagery, in terms of using AI to give farmers the correct predictive analytics of their soil and plant health issues. Our prices are also very friendly. So our revenue model is that we charge our smallholder farmers an annual subscription fee of $25. Our team comprises of experienced agronomists, experienced software developers, experienced business leaders who have a combined 20 years experience working with smallholder farmers. I cannot also forget to mention our food soldiers. We call them our farm IT ambassadors. These are youths who have been trained at the agricultural tertiary institutions. They are the ones that we empower to go directly and recruit farmers in these 5 urban counties that we work with. So since 2020, we have registered over 35,000 active smallholder vegetable farmers. We have sent over 2 million advisories. We have not shied away from the limelight because we have won several awards in different categories. We are currently looking for partnerships. We have engaged different farmer union groups and farmer development organizations who have an interest in what we are doing concerning precision advisory services. So we are currently seeking $500,000 US dollars to help us improve on our visibility, to help us upgrade our system, and also to hire more skilled personnel. This will translate into adding 500 smallholder vegetable farmers in our platform, increasing the productivity by 60%, and enhancing or fostering adoption of technology amongst smallholder vegetable farmers. So now you can see Jane is smiling because Jane has been onboarded into our platform. Jane is smiling because she can now reduce on her input cost. She can now increase on her yields. You see how they are of high quality. She can now get good markets because the quality of the produce is way high. Next. So I'm inviting you to join me in this journey to help our farmers to improve on their livelihoods and also to improve on climate smart resilient practices and improve their food security in our nation. Thank you very much.
What we do is that we manage waste using different technologies, and we get around 3 tons of waste daily. And initially, our waste used to be dumped in the Nairobi River, coming from a background whereby contamination is a major thing. So we are trying to mitigate that using different technologies. So the problem that we were facing is that we were having around 70% contamination of water sources and soil, emission of greenhouse gases, and also inadequate collection of waste, which led to major problems. Next, please. So our solution is that we collect the agro-waste, we sort it, and we make different products. A quick example of our products here are like the briquettes and the artificial firewood. Pass around, please. So the uniqueness of our product is that we make them from waste material. So our firewood is made out of avocado seeds and avocado peels. Our briquette is made out of the banana leaves, and we have carbonized it so that it is efficient and it is environmentally friendly. So our impact that we've brought is that our briquettes contain no smoke, no smells, and it maintains its flame for longer hours, meaning that it is eco-friendly and it is
the briquettes won't have to worry about carbon monoxide or smoke emissions when using it, and it is safer for him and safer for the environment at the same time. So here is a video of our briquettes burning. It contains no smoke and it has the smell. We were awarded the best invention and innovation stand in 2022, last year, by the Nairobi International Trade Fair. Our competition, the difference between us and our competition is that our products are user-friendly, meaning that they contain no smoke, which will be emitted to the environment, and it reduces deforestation, which is cutting down of trees, and instead using waste as a resource and measuring on it, and it will help improve the soil biodiversity, which means no trees will be cut down, safer for the environment, and we are also promoting a circular economy all around. We're planning on selling our briquettes to the home users domestically, the industries, the institutions that will need the briquettes. I am the CEO, Aaron Titus is the COO, Martin Komu and Sophie Ketnyaga, who are also part of the team. Our current status, we are at 20,000 USD, and we are planning on 10 years' time to reach more than $1 million USD. So our long-term strategy is that we want to use briquetting to make a purpose for waste, and we are also trying to preserve our natural environment that is already here, making it cleaner and healthier for the society. We are also, with the briquetting, we will be able to, it will be profitable, since when well established and using waste as a resource, you're able to get more employment to the youths, more employment to the society. Our ask is 200,000 USD, so that we can use to buy machineries, increase our productivity, increase our branding, and also help in increasing the quality and value of our products. I'm Emmanuel Chule, the CEO. Thank you very much.
Form the PRO team. The PRO team exists for one single reason only, which is to decentralize the production of feed, animal feed, and organic fertilizer for using insect technology. The amazing black soldier fly is the insect at heart, and we focus on the lower part, number 4, 5, and 1. That is where we, as the PRO team, are looking at. I'd like to invite you to appreciate the size of item number 2. That is baby larvae. In a gram of baby larvae, there are about 1,200 pieces. Keep that in mind. We'll refer to it a little bit later. So, what is the problem at hand? It's a very smelly problem. It's a very expensive problem. Expensive in the sense that animal feeds cost about 80% of the cost of production in an animal farm. Expensive Progressive in the sense that for urban municipalities, for instance, the issue of waste, for instance, in Nairobi, it's a 3 million euro problem. So quite expensive. And we all know that when waste hangs around, it's quite smelly. So we exist to solve, this is now our solution, we exist to solve that problem by providing small baby larvae to anyone who has got waste and who would want to move it on to something of value. Grown larvae, which forms protein for the animals. Let me explain a little bit more. This is the unique value proposition. Answering the question, why would anyone want to take up this, the baby larva that we provide? Because insect technology by itself is quite a lengthy and complicated process. It would be an invitation for people to be entomologists, which we do not want them to do. We want them to maintain their main business, which is farming and generation of the waste. So with their products, with their waste products, we come in and we give them the baby larvae, which we have engineered and we have produced, and we are available to give them whatever quantity of baby larvae that they would need. A gram of baby larvae, as I told you, has got 1,200 pieces. With 1.5 kilograms, a farmer can be able to make up to $20 in terms of profit, and also manage to reduce their cost of feed production with up to 18%. With that same quantity of baby larvae, you also have a byproduct, which is fertilizer. And with that fertilizer, you can be able to fertilize up to about 50 trees of coffee for up to 1 year. So double-edged, double benefit. What impact do we have? Our impact is fourfold. On the waste, we sequester the waste, we take up the waste, we use it as a raw material. Suddenly, it stops being smelly, and we suddenly start having the nice smell of money instead. We reduce the greenhouse gas emissions as well in the process. We enable farmers and producers to make affordable quality feed. Black soldier fly larvae has been proven to have multiple benefits. It's very high in protein, it has very good lauric acid for the energy levels, but it also serves as a gut microbiome element, such that your chickens, your pigs, and your fish do not need as much antibiotics as when you're using a different source of protein. We provide fertilizer. You will get your fertilizer to fertilize your fields organically. And of course, we will create jobs for the many people who would be willing and are able to work in the waste sector. So this is our market opportunity. So far, we have about 3,300 farmers in Uganda. In Kenya, we have over 700 small factories that are doing black soldier fly. Together, they would form the market. The pro team of the insectary and marula protein stands at a very unique crossroads, because we are the innovators we're the ones who have only focused on breeding so far. So it's a question of making hay while the sun shines. It is our opportunity. We have 100% market share, and the total available market we have estimated as about $100,000 per day. Out of that, the serviceable obtainable market that we are looking at is of about 3,000 US to 4,700 US per day through the sale of the small baby larvae to the smallholder farmers, because they will need it per production of waste. And the reality is that waste is really produced every day. So this is a daily occurrence. And moving also to provide solutions for small industrial level black soldier fly units that do not necessarily have to have a constant insectary with flies producing their eggs. In the event anything happens to their eggs, then they can still continue with business, because we are just a phone call away. Send me 1 kilo, send me 5 kilos, send me 7 kilos of baby larvae. Now remembering, 1 gram has 1,200, and we are now talking of kilograms. Okay.
So compared to competitors, we focus on breeding. So we have a large insectary with lots and lots of flies, and every day we are collecting the eggs that are coming from those flies. At Protein, and because of the scale at which we have and the investments that we have done on the breeding, we are able to sell 1 gram of egg for less than $1. At the next competitor, the least that they have come down to is $200. 200 shillings, which is about $2. At great, effort and without as much consistency. So the offer we are giving is a fantastic price, and right away, whenever they call, they will find the product. Just to mention, let's go back. Just to mention that right here, the problem being the smelly waste and the solution being the cash. We are moving from trash to cash. And look no more, the hidden middle, the missing middle is the baby larvae, is the protein, is marula and protein and the insectary. This moves us to the business model. And we have the trash to cash in East Africa. Have a heap of trash, the missing middle comes in, baby larvae, and voila, it is changed into cash. Our current capacity is 1 kilo of eggs per day, and we are hoping to move that to about 6 kilos per day by Q2 of 2024. So this is the protein. Roseanne Mwangi, founder of the Insectary Kenya. I also serve as the convener of the Association of Black Soldier Fly Producers in Kenya. Actually, it's growing to be an East African unit. Then we have Tommy Hooft, who is the CEO of Protein, co-founder of two-time co-founder. And we have Philip Straub, Biosystems Engineering, the man behind the magic. He's the one who pulls up those solutions from the hat. And beyond that, we also have a big team of the people who are actually doing the work on the ground, and we are grateful for them. So we are asking for $105,000 US, and a greater part of that is going to come into capital investment into a modern climate-controlled hatchery unit. We intend to be bringing in the eggs from the insectary in Uganda. We hatch them locally, and then we have now the 5-day-old. Those are the baby larvae. Then the 5-day baby larvae now can be marketed to the many, many people who would be needing them, and we would do an active marketing for the services. So 35,000 would be for working capital for year 1. And year 2, also, we would now be looking to go to new cities and places where there's the greatest need and where we can have the greatest impact. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we are hoping that we will be able to convince you also to set up small units for your kitchens. Thank you very much.
Patrick, Shamba Pride. Yeah, like just
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Patrick Sampao, Consulting Chief Product Officer from Shamba Pride. In about an hour from now, we're all going to go into lunch. Unfortunately, over 80% of the farmers who produce the food we eat today will not make a profit. They basically make a loss. The reason they'll make a loss is because the agro-input supply ecosystem is clogged up, it is tedious, it is bureaucratic, and all sorts of problems. The impact of that is that 60% of enterprises in Africa that are informal miss out from quality products because of that broken system. It also means that farmers or other people do not access quality products, and consequently, farmers end up paying 20% more for their inputs. Now, Shamba Pride exists to provide a solution for that. We simply have a platform that helps us to source from the input manufacturers, negotiate a discount, and relay those products straight to the doorstep of the agro shops. And we do that using a very, very efficient platform. It is a simple application that works through, or rather works with low-end smartphones. Agro dealers send in their orders through it, and we're able to ship it to the last mile to them. The impact of that is shops that work with Shamba Pride grow 5 times in revenue after 6 months of working with us. Farmers who were previously making losses grow 2 times in revenue and 2 times in productivity as well. The products that we distribute at Shamba Pride, of course, are bio inputs, climate smart inputs as well that help in making the farmers climate change resilient. And as I said earlier, we alleviate poverty, but most importantly, farmers are able to earn some money, keep some surplus to enhance their nutrition. The market is huge. Africa alone constitutes 15 billion. Kenya, on its own, is a 3.2 billion agro input market. Shamba Pride is going after only 5% of that, which is equivalent to 160 million USD. Our competitors are One Acre Fund, Apollo Agriculture, and iProcure. The difference with us is that we go out of our way, traffic to the shops. Our competitors don't. We are market segment agnostic, meaning it doesn't matter how big or small the agro shop is. Other competitors discriminate and only work with the big established shops. So we go after all of them. Our business model is really, really simple. We make a sales margin, 25% from every sale. We have a credit product where we make 6% interest from a market linkage product. We make 15% sales commission from every delivery we make. So this is basically us selling what the product farmers are.
You always see the guys who are on the news, and you want to be like them, you want to do things like them. So for me, it happened pretty early. It's like 18 when I started doing code. So I moved a bit from arts. Someone actually introduced me. It was funny. I wanted to be a graphic designer. Then someone actually showed me like, hey, you can actually get websites. So then that was my first time in doing HTML. So I used to paint. Then I was in nursing school. So I actually wanted to be a doctor. So I had to start from sick. I said, when we into speed, another way we move and we had the bottom. So every night, it leaves progress stuff like 6 hours. Actually, like board. Is actually not that good, but sorry for that for in the house. So I now our companies. It looks Peter so my side. So I said, yes, yes, I want to you and like help people get every out like 10 or 10 and very so he myself stone we don't touch them with the adapt start for my own think start so I grew up as and I actually to anything so started I haven't touched but that's about it that makes sense to so give it a mitigate was we actually with right if business give the month of 3 months if it's so it's technical number do basically you get from for first if be many to tell like you have fast and you not I give 2 years so we used to go for us in area I get or so you actually say hey what go sit outside and we used to go play like we start we deliver them right so and what is the record or I so we did this more financial for students because the lesson is you don't you know that you end dollars do not actually from your life or start to your software to point it so I felt I was fun or well my certificate said it was having fun purely with stuff so he cut out them but then we never actually raised a camera to us so the kid was okay as I asked people here and until you back so I started else as I called me I was more tied to flanking and helping the hoops volunteers so obviously this application people keep rest of what saying then the second thing was the editor the 4 because here is just going to about his option or choose your own data and those apps and didn't book a free book it shilling and then it's 2 pages so then have been let's go now your what is really hard the incentive was your users we see So I did that for the first year, statistic at 360 homes, which is me starting in time on that. So successful. But you have to be very because it's in the sense that you get to actually to another period of time, you're taking anything to move the business to rather than the same matters. It's really hard for you to grow it. Don't have to have a discussion. The photos of now so giving it, baseline. So to this taking information, actually have had this is another lesson with digitalization. We have physical industry all suppliers, even when the ones within the suppliers, they leave the information on the via see what super select, allow them to see the how much could see from a different supplier. So when we make them they practice on these and we just use them right? The effect of that is a very crazy thing that much money. So if they hit something the money if they this so after I said that then I max so max for left and look just I know users be about to right now 5 countries over 50,000 nations. So actually I still I'm changing the final inclusion. This is now in Africa, right? 5 to 6 is significant enough. And there's a whole team of merchants was Saturday matches ages father who facilitate those 250,000 matches. So that's been my journey. I will be in the parties starting this point because the timing is zero fun and like people I'm mostly been on this level. But from down then I'll have to share a few things for you who are just this now makes sense for anyone who's already possible and still on review. And it's more at least if you got this cycle. So yeah, it's like more information, but all wisdom is dedicated. It's nothing much because it's so easy to it. I feel it's something that has been part for 5 generations. Right? So same to startups now. So the last thing, set up to sell, right? Startup goes to grow. Unless you starting a business and profitably, in your friends, make it value, have a lifestyle of it. That's fine. That's trick and it's not to have everyone that side of business. But if you're doing something growth, you have to sell things. One, not hate to have balance and move. A good person realize that this can control to this people. So what you do is this trust the customer, they don't take my right. People don't that they move from to go. What you do is hey, as soon as things you open orders for you, as one translate, we come they not the you have it there, send it to the farmers he actually top we have that out and constantly learning. It's not just that people know. I mean, good, yeah. So how to people, yeah. So the cost of you being all of you we say those guys, do something that cost for years. Children repeat because they all the time, right? The second thing to sell right people. Is people they balloon to suffer you need right people. Find people who can perhaps you value things, right? But I'm thinking of last days, right? So when I come to my high side, what does is it is a easy